Picking up chapter 18, let's start with slide 9 in our discussion of open terms. Consider an open price. Article 2-305 says, indeed, if you want to leave open a price, which is an important term in a contract, it is acceptable as long as that price can be understood through some reasonable method. For instance, a market can supply market prices any day of the week, typically. Let me give an example. We know that the price is an important term in a contract, and without price, many contracts will fail for lack of definiteness, no meaning of the minds. But the UCC provides a safeguard if there's a reasonable basis to determine price. Consider if you order for a convenience store milk from the Milk Supply and Delivery Company on a Monday for a Friday's delivery. On Monday, you review the price list and order 1 case of cream, 5 cases of yogurt, and more. When the Friday truck delivery brings your items, you've got everything you need to resell them for the weekend. But on Monday, for some reason, you leave blank the price, an open price term. Can you then argue on Friday at the delivery that you find the price too high, that the contract fails for lack of definiteness? Well, recall that under UCC Article 2, we want to move the contract forward, speed that commerce along. How will the UCC then respond? The UCC says that if there can be a method of determining Friday's milk prices, then we'll go for that, and that will be your price by default. Is there a reasonable method? Well, perhaps you know that dairy is highly regulated, as a commodity is one of the most regulated, as milk prices are set by the government. And there are milk brokerage firms across every state in order to broker the dairy between the farmers producing the milk and the markets buying the milk. So all we need to do is review the milk brokerage index for that day and the market prices for Friday to set a price. That's a reasonable method, the courts will say, to determine the price at the time of delivery. So why would we leave such a thing as price open? Why would it be a blank? Well, markets are volatile at times, and so prices may not be known on a Monday for a Friday's delivery. Consider the high cost of fuel to carry the dairy products. So let's return to our theme, speed commerce along. Keep it moving, and in this case, the court will say there is a contract because the UCC allows for an open price term which can be determined from market values. Well, before we move on to slide 9, further along with slide 9, I want to point out something rather important. Consider that all of your contractual experiences, every time you've bought something, any time you've gone to the store, to the mall, to shop, all of those transactions, likely as not, you're not buying in business, you're not buying and selling non-goods, you are under the UCC buying goods. So it's highly likely as consumers under the UCC, not under common law, that your experience is very limited. It's limited, in other words, to consumer-based transactions. In other words, where have you the most experience in forming your own contracts? Buying goods to consume them personally, not resell them, is the probability in all likelihood. So because of your limited experience, that is, your contracts are consumer contracts. You've had a narrow bandwidth of experience in buying and selling. You've not experienced the wide bandwidth that normal businesses would have, such as selling or making contracts with manufacturers of goods or other merchants, or reselling goods in various markets. Thus, you, as a student with limited experience, must be careful how you teach yourself the UCC in your reading of it. For example, on slide 9, the phrase open delivery, that's a term that when you studied the modules on common law doctrine on contract, it might have then seemed a bit foreign to you. Why was the common law doctrine so strict? Did you recognize that maybe you were uncomfortable with some of common law, for instance, with the mirror image rule? How strange it would be, in a sense, to walk into Old Navy, TJ Maxx, or Target and say, well, I offer this to you. I offer you my offer, but you have to make a mirror image back for me to know that you've accepted it. No one does that. Did you ever think that you had to specify how the goods that you were buying were to be delivered in your purchases from retail sellers? Well, delivery is a critical matter. You need to know where the delivery will take place. How are the goods going to get to you? Who's delivering it? And indeed, delivery often controls the liability during the physical passing of goods, especially goods that are on the backs of carrier trucks. It also controls title, which represents ownership. Yet, in all of your experiences with retail sales as a consumer, have you ever worried about a seller or a retailer, a store, how you're getting your goods? Probably not. Therefore, when you think back on your contracts, did all of your contracts fail for lack of definiteness? No, because it wasn't under the common law. They were under the Uniform Commercial Code. Your consumer-based contracts, your experiences, your narrow bandwidth of experiences are not under common law, the UCC. And the UCC says if you haven't specified a delivery, if you've not had a meeting of the minds on delivery, that contract can still go forward in spite of the open term. It can survive because the UCC provides, as a default, the seller's place of business. In other words, the UCC provides for delivery when delivery is not specified. I call that the seller's back door. So consider that maybe we as consumers feel that common law might be foreign to our experiences, but that's because it does not match our experiences as buyers under the Uniform Commercial Code, Article 2, Sales of Goods. My guess is that when you review Article 2, your experiences will align better with this new law. You'll, in other words, feel more comfortable. For example, the UCC has no mirror image rule. It's gone as far as goods are concerned. And moving on, we read that the UCC cannot supply certain terms as to quantity. Let's move to another slide for that.